Welcome back to Fast Learning English. Today, we'll hear the story of how Sam, who became unexpectedly blind, turned his life from despair to hope. Let's get started.
Hello, my name is Sam, and I am visually impaired. Have you ever experienced unexpected moments in your life? I faced emotional difficulties as my parents went through 2 divorces. I got a third mother, but soon after, my father passed away suddenly. I was left alone in the world. My relatives took me in, and living with my cousins, I learned the importance of family. For the first time, I realized the happiness of sharing meals and conversations with family. Living in a happy home, I excelled in my studies and became the top student in my class, and vowed to make my caregivers proud. When I was 18, on my way home from school, I suddenly lost sight in my right eye. The hospital initially thought it was just inflammation, but eventually, I was diagnosed with a rare disease. A few months later, I lost sight in my remaining eye and became severely visually impaired. It felt like my life was over, and I spent 2 months in bed, overwhelmed with despair. One day, I heard the sobs of my relatives who raised me. I decided not to lie in despair any longer but to grasp hope. I decided to learn Braille and mastered both Korean and English Braille in a month. At 20, I re-enrolled in a school for the blind and got accepted into college. I began to have hope that I could live happily. I learned many things from my blind friends. I learned how to use a smartphone, cook, and manage daily tasks without sight, realizing that life as a visually impaired person could be quite okay. Wondering what I could do, I started making videos. I began identifying inconveniences and proposed improvements to society. I am sharing messages of hope with many people with disabilities. In life, misfortune and happiness always come together. When misfortune strikes, we must not lose sight of happiness. How do you react when unexpected moments come? Although I became visually impaired, I live seeing and feeling more. I hope you too can accept unexpected moments positively and live your life fully. This has been Sam, a visually impaired creator, continuing to dream of happiness.
Let's learn some new words. Visually impaired is a phrase that means having a reduced ability to see. Example: Sam, who was visually impaired, learned to navigate his surroundings using a white cane. Face is a verb that means to confront or deal with a difficult situation. Example: Sam had to face many challenges after losing his sight. Braille is a noun that refers to a system of raised dots that can be read with the fingers by people who are blind or visually impaired. Example: Sam mastered Braille in just 1 month to continue his education. Overwhelmed is a verb that means to be completely overcome or overpowered by something, especially emotions. Example: Sam felt overwhelmed with despair when he realized he could no longer see. Inconvenience is a noun that means a state or instance of causing trouble or difficulty. Example: Sam identified many inconveniences faced by people with disabilities and worked to improve them. Please share the most impressive sentence from today's video in the comments. Don't forget to listen repeatedly. See you next time.